Well, the Christ consciousness is the nucleus of identity of the first planetary initiation. Sometimes it's called the Christ child. We refer to it as the moon soul. It's called the bread that cometh down from heaven, the white stone, the virgin birth. It is a center within you that allows you to integrate your experiences as the soul is undergoing the first planetary initiation. Now, it happens that many times among both Christian and Jewish sects is that they often identify this Christ consciousness center as the soul, and then they begin trying to develop themselves at that level. They begin to function as if they are the Christ consciousness and to try to live that in the world. Again, there are some issues that come when you do that because this center essentially is operating without the restraint of the soul. See, normally what happens in the process of evolution is that the soul will move through the lower realms and then it will align with this Christ consciousness, with this moon soul. And then it has a restraining influence upon the moon soul. Because without that restraining influence, the moon soul can become fanatical, it can become obsessive, it can go into attempts to try to reform everyone or to convert everyone, and it does not have that overshadowing wisdom and that discretion. So it's kind of operating like a spiritual loose cannon. It is tempered to a certain degree by the activity of the Holy Spirit. Now, the Holy Spirit comes to dwell within the receptacle of the moon soul. It's like a little inner altar within in this Christ consciousness. So when people pray to God, they will get that inner unction. They'll feel that indwelling presence of God that comes into the center as they invoke God, and they will feel the presence of the light. And so they will, when they pray, then the Holy Spirit will answer them. It will offer blessings and comfort in all that it does within human life and consciousness. Now, the Christ consciousness is but one of several nuclei of identity that people become identified with. And as you study the Mudrashram Master Course in Meditation and the Accelerated Meditation Program, and also in the Mudrashram Advanced Course in Meditation, we teach you how to become aware of each of these nuclei of identity within yourself. So you can recognize it, you can recognize its activity, so you won't make the mistake of mistaking it for the soul, as many people do, as many people are taught to do, and people just really don't know any better. But once you know what the soul is, then you won't make that mistake of mistaking the Christ consciousness for the nature of the soul.